Hello, it's Ash and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my growing community of fellow runners that we like to have a good stretch and we like to look after our body so that we can ultimately run better. So this is going to be one of those stretchy yoga strength type practices, a little bit of strength, not too much, but more stretchy, more working some nice dynamic movements through the body to stretch and open it with it, like I mentioned, a little bit of strength. And it's going to be one of those nice yoga practices, perfect for your runner's rest day. So maybe when you want to just take the intensity down a little bit, you want to have a nice stretch, but you still want to get a little bit of strength work, this is going to be one of those practices. Before I get started, I'd just like to say a big thank you to everybody that is commenting. So I've got a lot of regular commenters, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. It's so nice to look through your comments and then reply to you and connect and see where you are in your running journey. But also, the shares of my videos are going up dramatically. I can see how the shares are starting to spread. The shares are getting out there, reaching more runners, and more runners are coming in and joining this community. So I really do greatly appreciate all of your support. So we're going to make a start, and we're going to come onto your hands and we're going to come onto our knees. So we're going to work our way through our spine to start. So hands underneath your shoulders. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the knees a little bit further backwards than underneath the hips, because we're going to go into a nice bit of movement through the spine, touching the toes together. And we're going to start slowly with this. We're going to bring the chin to the chest and rounding through the back, maybe small movements, and then slowly start to rock the hips towards the heels. And really important, if you start to feel pain in the knees, don't carry on going deep into it. Just work with what your body will give you, and don't use my body as a way to kind of judge and beat your body up. So if your body doesn't go through any same shapes throughout this practice as mine, don't judge your body and go, I'm going to force it, so just go easy. From here, bring the elbows down to the floor and start to bring the forehead up towards the hands. But as we're doing that, we're pressing the chest and the belly button towards the floor. And then as we get head to the hands as we're coming forwards, we're starting to lift the head and chest, and we're pushing into the hands to bring the elbows off the floor. We're arching that back and we're breathing in as we're doing that. Then from here we start the movement chin to the chest, rounding through the back, and we're starting the breath out and we're starting to go nice and slowly, hips towards the heels, pushing to the hands a little bit, and we're getting a wave that goes through the spine. Maybe we can rest comfortably into the heels, maybe we can't, whichever feels good for you. Bring the elbows to the floor, the forehead starts to swoop forwards up towards the hands. As we get towards the hands with the head, we're going to start to push into the hands, lifting into the elbows off the floor, arching the belly towards the floor, breathing in as we lift the chin and chest upwards, and we're working our way through that movement now. Chin towards your chest, keep it nice and smooth and controlled, rounding through the back, hips towards the heels, elbows to the floor, coming forwards. Again, when the head gets to about the hands, start to push into the mat to lift the elbows off the floor, push the chest towards the floor, arch the back, breathing in as we lift the chin and chest. Finish your inhale and then start your exhale, chin to the chest, now, rounding through the back. So go through that in your own inhale and exhale. So to continue to use me as a guide if you need to just check what we're doing, but we're continuing to move through this movement in your own breathing rhythm. So it shouldn't be too fast, it shouldn't be too rapid. It should be nice and smooth and even paced. So you should start to feel everything waking up in the spine. So we'll basically, from the toes to the fingertips to the top of the head, all of those joints, all of those muscles in the body, all moving, give them a good squish and movement, get everything woken up, get the blood flowing that little bit further. As we come forwards and into all fours, into the next time, what we're going to do is we're going to start to bring the right hand up off the floor and kick the left heel up off the floor. So reach the right hand away from the left heel, squeeze the left bum area. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down, so a little bit of core work. Straight back down into chin to the chest, rounding through the back, coming heels towards the hips. So we're going to add that element in. This time we're going to go to the left hand and the right leg kicks up. So start to same thing, swooping the forehead up, pushing to the hands to lift the elbows off. But as we get into all fours, we're not arching the back, we're lifting the left hand away from the chest, and then really kick the right heel up and squeeze and hold nice and strong through the abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand and the knee down, round through the back, chin to the chest. heels to the hips. And again, we start the movement, elbows down, coming forwards. We're going to go to the right hand and left leg lifting this time. So push strongly up, reach the right hand, left leg away from each other, squeeze through the abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down, chin to the chest, round through the back, touching the toes together. Again, this time we're bringing the left hand up and the right heel up. So coming forwards, start to lift that left heel, hand up, right heel up, squeeze and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down, and then hips into the heels. And just have a little bit of a pause, a little bit of a wiggle left and right. Just work into the hips, into the knees. And then from here, starting to again swoop the forehead up towards the hands. Push strongly up into all fours. But this time, as we come forwards and as we come up, we're going to take the right foot off the edge of the mat. And then we're going to push strongly into the right hand, and then we're going to step the left foot to the back of the mat. Now, move this into a position where you feel nice and supported, but close to in line with the hand and the knee if you can. And then from here, if we feel stable enough, we can start to lift the ribs up to the sky and open up this left arm up towards the sky as you come up here. So you can look down if you need more stability, or look up if you want to challenge your balance that little bit more. And if the shoulder feels achy at any point, bring the hand to the hip. If the shoulder's here and it's okay, you can start to bring that hand above the top of the head and reach. Create a nice good side stretch. And then from here, if you're feeling like it's okay, and you could go a little bit more intense, this is not a challenge. So again, if you don't feel like you could do this, don't go any further. You can start to kick that left heel to hip height, squeezing that left glute medius area, the bum. So a little bit of strength now. Then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot down, bring the hand down. Again, if you didn't go there, that's fine. You're just holding that stretch, and we're going to go through that a few rounds again. So bring the left hand back onto the mat, left knee back onto the mat. Toes touch, rounding through the back as we come heels, hips into the heels again. Swoop the forehead up towards the hands. So we're going to go to the left side now. As we come up, left foot comes off the edge of the mat. Step the right foot back into that stable, strong position. As you then open up the right arm to the sky, keep your gaze down for more balance, or take it up to the sky if you need to. Again, if you need to help this shoulder out, bring the hand to the hip. If it's okay, you can bring the hand over the shoulder. Listen to your body. Again, don't just follow me blindly. And again, if you're here and this is good, just stay here. Or if you could go further, start to kick that right heel up and breathe and hold for 5. Nice and strong through that glute, that bum area. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot and the knee down and hand down. Toes touch, rounding through the back through child's pose. We're going to go through that 2 more times on each side. So bring the forehead up. As we come up into all fours, step the right foot off the mat. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Left hand peels up to the sky, or to the hip, or over the top of the head. Again, find the right amount for your body. Again, if this is good here, hold here. If you can go a little bit more, squeeze and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down nice and slowly, consciously, so don't rush. And go hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. We're coming up and going to the left side now. So come help forehead up, elbows into the floor, working those triceps as we push strongly. Left foot off the mat, right foot steps to the back. Right arm either up into the air or to the hip if you need to. Hold it here if you feel okay and you don't need to go any further. Or if you want to go that little bit more, you can hold and squeeze that heel up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Again, nice, consciously. So toes touch into that nice child's pose. So slowly starting to rest. For a moment, we're going to come up and go 1 more time on each side. So back onto the right side. Forehead up towards the hands. Push strongly away from the mat. Right foot hovers onto the edge of the mat. Off the mat, sorry. Left foot steps to the back. Open up that left arm up to the sky. Find what works and feels comfortable for this left shoulder. So if it's here, hold here and keep breathing. Or if it's with a hip, hand on the hip, let's hold that. Maybe you can squeeze that left foot up off the floor and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Well done. Toes touch into that child's pose, forehead to the floor. Okay, last time onto the left side, so slowly starting to work your way up. Again, left foot comes off the mat. The right foot steps to the back of the mat. Open up that right arm into that position that feels safe and comfortable for the right shoulder. Find your stability wherever that might be. And then if you feel like you could go that bit more, we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Good, again, nice. Touch those toes together, well done. Heels into the hips. Just take a pause here now, so just rest for a moment. Keep breathing. Have a little bit of a wiggle. Just notice how that work has changed the feelings in your body. Okay, and then we'll slowly start to lift the head and chest. I'm going to carry on going forwards towards the top of the mat and then lower the waist down towards the top of the mat. Squeeze the bum slightly. If this feels okay, you can stay here or maybe touch the toes together to go a little bit more intense into the back. If it's too intense for your back, you can come down onto your elbows. So again, really important that you listen to your body. So what does your body say? What's the right amount for you? So find the right amount. Don't just follow me blindly into this shape again. Keep breathing, pull the shoulders back. Gently squeeze the bum if you're in upward facing dog here. Keep breathing into the belly button, in and out through the nose. Nice work into the back. And a little bit of work into the triceps, so keep those elbows slightly bent. One more breath in. As you breathe out, send the hips backwards. We're going to carry on going into down facing dog. So from here, send the hips up and then the heels towards the floor. As you take a nice good press through both heels, push into the hands, look through the knees or the feet, and then slowly start to pedal into the left heel. So bend the right knee, pedal into the right heel, nice and slowly. Again, nice good stretch all the way down the back of those legs, maybe from the Achilles at the back of the heel all the way through to the calf muscle, to the hamstrings. If you get dizzy or lightheaded at any point, just come to your knees and lift your head. Because when your head goes below your heart, the blood pressure in the head changes. If you have low blood pressure, sometimes it can cause lightheadedness. Keep pedaling, keep breathing if it feels okay. Don't go too quick. Go nice and gentle, nice and kind. And then from here, we're going to look up into your hands as if coming up through a press-up plank position. And then we're going to step the left foot just onto the inside of the left hand. So it's just on the inside. And I'm like a sprinter now. If you need to just hop your back foot up a couple of steps to get comfortable, let's do that. And then just have a little bit of a wiggle, a little bit of a play about as you rock forwards and backwards. Have a little bit of a look over one shoulder and then the other. And then from here, so the left foot's forward. We're going to place the left hand on the inside of the left foot. And then from here, we're going to start to bring that back heel down on an angle. So the back, if this already feels quite intense, like too much stretchy, bring that back foot a little bit closer towards the top foot. Okay, so find the right amount of stability. Try and keep that left hand into the floor. That should be opening up into the hips, the inner thighs. If you want to open into the shoulders and it's okay and get a nice rotation, bring that right hand up towards the sky. You can keep your gaze down or up. If that's too intense, bring that hand back down and support here. So wherever you feel like you need to be. Again, I'm just a guide where you could go. Keep breathing, keep spacing the neck and the shoulders. There's a little bit of heat here, that's fine. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, bring that right hand down. Bring that back heel up. Then from here, what we're going to do is wiggle the left foot to the left edge of the mat. And then the left hand, the hand on the inside of the left foot, is going to open up towards the sky now. Again, a nice rotation. Let the back hips just drop a little bit as you lift and you rotate up nice and high. Again, get that nice open chest, open ribs. Keep breathing, lifting the chin and chest up to the sky. In and out through the nose. Got one more breath in. And as you exhale, bring that left hand back down, bring the back knee down. And then from here, we're going to step that left foot back. Toes touch, knees open, and then just feel that work. So just pause and rest in child's pose. Have a little bit of a wiggle left and right. Just notice how that feels. Keep breathing. Okay, and then we're going to slowly start to lift our head and chest through all fours. And then slowly take it back up into downward facing dog. Push both heels into the floor this time. Really push into the hands to push the head towards the knees so you get a nice deep stretch. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. And then slowly coming back up through to press at plank, so bring the head above the hands. As we do that, we're going to step the right foot to the inside of the right hand. Make sure the right foot feels nicely connected to the floor. Maybe hop the back foot up a couple of steps if you need to. Then bring that right hand on the inside of the right foot. Bring the left heel down on an angle. Again, if that feels too extended, if it feels too intense, bring the feet closer together. So find the right amount that works for you. Again, if the rotation as we open up feels too intense, come back to this position here and support. Lift the head away from the hips so the lower back is active. And then maybe you can put the weight into the right hand, so the hand closest to the foot, and lift up and open that left arm up towards the sky. If that feels too intense, bring the left hand down. So again, keep breathing. Use your hands and your feet for support. Find that stability through those hands. Keep relaxation in the facial muscles, the jaw. Maybe have a smile, breathe. Opening up for that shoulder, ribs, neck. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, bring that left hand down. Bring the back heel up. And then take that right foot to the right edge of the mat. And hand closest to the foot, that right hand is going to now open up towards the sky. Again, let that left hip slightly drop into the floor. If you can, look up to the sky. Try not to sink down into this left shoulder. So lift the head and chest away from the shoulder. Open up the shoulders and keep breathing. Get a nice, good rotation. Feel the weight, the stretching, the strengthening. There's a little bit of balance. There's a lot going on. You take one more breath in. We're going to move on the exhale by bringing the hand back down to the floor. Bring the back knee down. Step that right foot back. Toes touch. And then we're going to slowly bring the hips into the heels, How has your body felt as we've gone through this nice, gentle rest day flow? How is it feeling now? Does it feel like you've had a nice good stretch, a nice good squish of everything? Some strengthening, just the right amount of intensity. Maybe some areas felt more intense than others. That's absolutely fine, that's normal. And slowly start to lift your head and chest and come up to seated. On the seat bum, I'm going to bring your feet into touch. We're just going to work into the inner thighs one more time. So from here, we're going to bring the heels as close to the hips as we comfortably can, so it's not like forcing them. Bring the hands around the toes. Have a little bit of a movement and wiggle, massage left and right. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. And then slowly start to let the chest bow towards the feet as we just make the movement of that left and right a little bit more subtle, so you can hardly notice it, it's just a little bit. Keep the shoulders relaxed. So as we're coming towards the end of this practice, how are you feeling? So just letting the chest bow down. If you've enjoyed this practice, again, a thumbs up would be fantastic. I do appreciate that support. Comment, let me know how it felt. Let me know what you'd like to see more of. Or if you're not sure what you'd like to put, just put thanks for the video, Ash. It's great to see the humans practicing at the other end of my videos. Do share this with a fellow running friend or family member. It really does help. We've worked through those running muscles to give them a good stretch and a little bit of strengthening as well, waking them up, just the right amount of intensity. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. And those are really simple ways that you can help support my channel, and I'll just continue to create this free content for you. Really nice little way that we can help grow this community, reach more runners, and continue to just create more free content for runners that need to have a good stretch. So thank you. So we're going to lift the head and chest. Notice how you feel now. I hope you feel that was the right amount of stretching, right amount of strengthening for your rest day. I do appreciate you following along with me, and I shall see you in the next video.